social body in which everything is interconnected, interdependent, and multidimensional. I am your host, and Cara Stonehouse is going to be my co-host. And we are going to also let everybody in the Zoom room share with us whilst we go into this next steps. Cara, do you just want to say something for the moment now? And maybe we can both be spotlighted.
Yeah, I just want to say welcome and just big gratitude for this space that's emerging in this ceremonies today, and to be part of that and to bring the ceremony for the social body in feels really important and beautiful for us today. So thank you.
Thank you. I would like to align us to the pulses of the day. Yesterday we had the pulse of unity. Today we have the pulse of peace. I'm just having a little bit of trouble of getting the sentence up that was made. So let me just bear with me whilst I look for that. But maybe you can share a little bit what we're going to be doing whilst I do that, Cara. Sorry for that.
Yes. Yeah, so this ceremony is to honor the social body that we are. That really was quite a heart eye opener for me when Julie Krull mentioned that in one of our calls. She said, not that we're becoming a social body, that we are that social body, and we'll remember that. And so that's what part of this is. And we're using this framework of the social body and the capacities that we're developing together as part of our harvest for this World Unity Week. There's so much abundance, but what are we taking forward are these capacities together. And so this type of ceremony is about really landing and grounding in and really embodying and feeling how we are that social body together. And so we're also showing this direct listening capacity and how that can help us as a collective to go deep together quickly and beautifully and let things flow.
And one of the things that we prepared with a seed of 8, which became a seed of 9 groups for weeks to really enhance this capacity of the field and the coherence in the field, is these 8 pulses that came through, voiced by Jude Caravan for us in the field with a sentence. And I just want us to tune into that. Also, I'll first ring the bell, and then I'll read the sentence that goes with it from yesterday, as it is unity, and that is what we're really here for. And the second one is peace. And then I'll ring the bell again, and that will be kind of like opening up ourselves even more to the cosmic energetic alignment whilst we ground ourselves here today. Unity in action. Unity isn't uniformity. The unity in action of the whole world is filled to the brim with dynamic diversity. A worldview of separation drives a world of suffering. When we wake up to remember we are inseparable, peace in action will be the way of the whole world. And that is what we are here to do in World Unity Week, these 8 days that we are practicing how we can be in that place and remember that we are one social body. Today, we will connect to that, see how we can get some wise insights and explore ways to find this in ourselves, this inner knowing around this unity. And to see how then also that can help us when we move into these next 8 periods of time of these next 7 days. Wow, it's already one day. And of course, beyond that, what it means on that deeper level, that deeper layer, if we really, all of us remember, not only myself, but also how I show up in my home, in my family, in my village, in my city, in eco-region, continent, in the world. So what are those parts that can help us to tap into that deeper layer of knowing and become rainbows of light and love and make the world work for all life forms in co-creation? So I invite us all to take a deep breath and really notice where we are placed in the earth whilst we're also here in this virtual world. And light up our hearts in kindness. And Cara, can I hand over to you?
Yes, I'd just like to introduce the process and why we think that process is important. I'll just show a few slides on this very briefly.
Keep up your sound, Cara.
From the beginning, yeah. So part of what we hold and offer at the Hague Center is this holding the space. So holding the space and weaving and letting the natural energy ripple out. And that's what we see in our logo, this openness in the center to possibility and this rippling out of greater possibilities for all of us. We work with this 4 architectures, 4 natural architectures for natural design, where we see that there are forces and needs in the cosmic world, and we can bring them down into the energetic world through these types of practices that we're doing today, building our relationships and flow, and then having that manifest into the material world. And that's the way that we orient ourselves, that how we know that we're guiding and being in line with life and the needs of the greater world. That's what we mean by deep listening. We're deep listening high. We're high listening and deep listening all the way through there. And it can go both ways. Sometimes things are manifesting, and then we can look at the relational and energetic sides that support it as well. And so we see ourselves in this big process, in this World Unity Week tribe and global community that we're building. We are this social body, and it's a matter of coming home to that and recognizing it and wondering, okay, how do we really live this into our lives? So what are the capacities that we're building together? So just to keep our attention on this for the week ahead. So today we're focusing on this deep field listening. So we're accessing for the energetic side of things from a deeper place to help us build this trust together and be a coherent movement. And later I'll be hosting the big improvised play of our story together, and that's practicing having our collective voice and making that beautiful and fun together. And the social body immune system is something we're also sensing into. How do we heal ourselves, protect ourselves as a collective, and what's the new global immune system emerging? So the new Hague Center for Field Inquiry is having a series on that, looking into that social body immune system with Diana Claire. We're launching this center, so we're very excited about that. And this distributed intelligence means, how do we make these decisions together? How do we organize ourselves together as a social body it's not top down, but that it's coherent and has structure and perhaps some hierarchy, but flows with the natural energy of life. So these are the capacities that we want to bring forth this week. And today, this process is called a diwa. So we're accessing direct intention and energizing wise action. So the accessing part means we're not thinking about what it should be from our heads, but we're opening and surrendering to access from the cosmic realms and the energetic realms. And we're accessing directly. So we're really trusting that we can get that information through our bodies and learn that skill together. And we're accessing direct intention. So we're not thinking what the intention should be, but we're accessing what the intention wants to be from the greater field. And then the energizing wise action means we're really sensing into the energies and doing energetic work within the ceremony so that we can do wise action in our lives. So unblocking flows, making connections, bringing things home so that we feel strong and wise and can take action in our everyday lives. So that's the framework that we're dropping into today. So now I'm going to open up our sacred space. So I'd like to invite everyone to turn their videos on now, and we'll unspotlight ourselves. And so we're making a sacred circle. Good. And then you can put your view to gallery view. Each person needs to do that to be able to see everyone, and invite everyone to put their cameras on, whoever's comfortable, as we are live on Facebook, so you don't have to. And I just like to show I have the candle here burning. I'm just honoring the elements of fire and water and air and earth in our bodies, and just really sensing how there's fire in our bodies, the heat of our heartbeat. There's water in our bodies flowing through our blood. There's earth in our bodies, the bones and the molecules. There's air in our bodies. Breathe in every breath. So we're going to do several steps in this process. We'll be grounding, invoking, looking at the intention, accessing, insights, and closing.
Maybe, Cara, I can just say that what you're doing is accessing the field. So you're receiving for us and with us and as us, receiving information. So you're not speaking from, at a certain point, you're asking questions, but then you'll be accessing so that people are aware of that. That's what the process is about. And that's the practice that we do. So that's what you will be noticing. And we're offering this as a form of our deep listening. And we are really looking forward to learn much more of these different ways of working together in the coming days in all the different Zoom rooms where we're going to be together with everybody. And also, you will be invited to join in where that is appropriate in the system, because Cara will ask that as well. Please feel in yourself how you want to participate when she asks a question for us, either in the chat or in another way. So that I just want to set that up as this is a way of our practice that we are sharing here.
Good. Yeah. So sometimes I'll ask questions and I'll muscle test. So I'll say like, is it this way or is it that way? Is it this person or that person? And I'll get a yes or no. So I might say a few mumbly questions and then I'll clarify what I got from it. So don't worry about that. Yeah. Okay. So let's really open this space together. Let's really get in tune. Let's imagine that we're really in a circle together. That we're in a space where the giving tree is in the center of this space, and we're in one world together, and we're sitting around this sacred giving tree. And let's really get in touch with the fact that your feet are touching something that's touching the ground. And that's the same big ground that's touching the feet and the body and the heart of all the other people who are in this room right now, in this Zoom room, and even watching afterwards. We're here virtually transcending these pixels, as Baba Israel said yesterday, and noticing, remembering that we're grounded and connected together. And I'd like to ground us into the void. So that means releasing your consciousness into this space of darkness that is before darkness and light. It's before time and space, the space of the void. Just let yourself drop in. You turn off the searchlight of the mind just for this time. Going to go into this space, this void. And I'd like to invite Judy Curl, if you feel welcome and you're invited, if you feel comfortable, from this space of this void to just voice something for us with the intention of grounding for this ceremony. Are you okay to do that?
Yeah. Sure, thank you. Just feeling into that void. I heard Jude Curvin's words when you spoke, which is, we don't have consciousness, we are consciousness. And just being in that unitive, undivided consciousness that connects us all. Just knowing our language doesn't even serve us because connection's not even accurate. We are. Just grounding and coming into that awareness that we are one social body within one planetary body, within one cosmic body. And there's no differentiation.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. So that completes our grounding. So now we're into the piece of intention, invoking. So we're invoking spirits and forces that support this process of accessing direct wisdom. So I'm going to name a few, and Anne-Marie's going to name a few, and then we're going to invite each of you to, in your heart or in the chat, invite the one energy or force that support you in this process of coming home and being a social body. Anne-Marie, can you go first, please?
The spirit of the magic canoe.
The spirit of the Hague Center.
The spirit of Gaia.
The cosmos.
The rainbows.
Love.
Our one social body. Water.
Good. And now I'd like to invite all the participants and everyone watching to access what's the one source to support you right now in this process.
Infinite potential.
Good, thank you. So we are fully invoked. You can have, we're just honoring all those in our hearts and in the chats, not spoken out loud, but here with us. Good, so the next step is the intention. So we have the general intention set to come home and practice being this one body, but we still sink in a bit and get a refinement on the intention. Sometimes it adds an energetic quality to it. So what we do is we just all drop in together, and whoever gets some kind of feeling or like a strong image or a strong body sensation, like, oh, you get a big pain in your neck all of a sudden, or you see this really strong vision, then you go ahead and unmute yourself and you just name it for us. So we're just going to take about 4 seconds of silence, and then I'll invite anyone to name something. Okay, anyone willing to or did feel something? Yeah,
Universal love.
Universal love.
In action.
I saw an intention of a ripple, that may our time together really ripple out in awareness around the planet.
What came up for me was embrace diversity at all levels.
And I got this tension in the back of the neck. It's like, ah. Good. Is there any? Go ahead, Mimi, say that again.
I said to have inner peace.
Yeah.
Good. I think that sometimes we do more with that to turn it into a real statement, but I'm just sensing that that's good for now for us to move forward with that, because we're in a condensed version of this today. So,
Time, yeah.
Yeah. So now it's the accessing part. So this is where it gets a little interesting, where you have to let go and really not try and make sense, but just really let your body speak to you. And it might be that a certain person takes us all on a journey, or we just drop in and we just allow something to arise, and I'll test who is the one to speak. So for now, just drop in. We have the intention, we're grounded, we have our supportive being. So just take another 5 seconds of silence. Just all drop in together. Yeah, I'm just getting this sense of deep sleep like maybe it's the social body and it's kind of like, maybe it's waking up a little bit. Pleasantly surprised to see you all here. Yeah. Look at this. Cool. Mm. Oh, 10,000 years can give you such a creak in the neck. Oh. Oh. Yeah, so you're all invited just to let something shake out, that wake up, shake up. Ooh. Like you're waking up from a long hibernation. Ooh. Ooh. Feels good. Ooh. Mm. Okay, that part is complete. So is there a best person to go to next? Yes. And do they know who they are? No. And can I access it? Yes. Okay, is it this person and is it not? Okay, so Anne-Marie, you're invited to bring forth the next step. What's alive? What's happening for you?
What if it's easy? What if it's really easy to remember and to open up to the ring of truth that our heart so responds to? And look in the eye, and they touch, a smile, nature, the dog, bird, the smell. What if it's easy? Lest we forget.
Good. Are we to go to someone else now? Yes. And do they know who they are? Almost. They kind of know, but they're shy. Yeah. Okay. And they just need some help. Yeah. And is it about naming their name? No, it's about them accessing it themselves. Yeah. Okay. Someone is to go next, but they're shy. You're shy, and you're like, ooh, like I kind of feel like I'm the one to go next, but like, so you're just invited to just drop into yourself and just ask the question, okay, what do I need to be able to step up to access the next step? And find that for yourself. And do that for yourself.
Something strong is really moving from the easy place. And I'm going to follow that thread in that our waking is like our development and how easy it is to move from kindergarten to first grade to second grade. We're just on this journey and on this path. And the ease is in our development. The waking is in our development.
Good. Yes, that's good and right. And the shy person is still the one to go next. Yes. So shy one. Oh, shy one, dear, sweet little soul who sometimes doesn't feel safe enough to speak.
I have the
This-
feeling it's me. I feel some nausea and some stomach ache for a while now. And I also feel an invitation for me, or possibly for all of us, to burning the fire within you, cracking up your heart. And I'm also feeling some blockage around my throat. As I was listening to Julie, I really got a sense, an invitation to burn all past, leave it behind you, everything, and really start fresh. Really take a step into the new without any information, without any energy, without everything that lies behind us. Fully crack your heart open, let the fire out. And I was seeing sunshine and stars as a bright light step into this future of one world.
Good. And Tasha, you're invited to actually like walk us through that journey. Would you like to do that now? That will be like our ceremony part of this. Are you okay to do that?
Yes, I think so. I'll give it a go. So I'll close my eyes to make it a little bit easier and invite you to do the same if you are comfortable. Really turn inside. And I feel we're asked to drop into a place low. It's a kind of point really low in your stomach, or like in your pelvis. And maybe you can sense it or know it, and drop into that with your attention. It's for me, I'm sensing it's a new place. I haven't been there before. Seems like between the first and the second chakra. If you drop into there, you're able to really take a deep look into your grounding, into earth. 7 generations back. And I would like you to invite you to take a look as you drop in, sink in. Take a look at all those 7 generations that lie behind you, deep within you. Just go into the first. and the second. In your own pace, and see whatever beautiful information you can gather. Keys that provide you to really take a stand into this social body. To be the full, authentic you. So see if you're able to reach the third generation behind you, the fourth, the fifth, and maybe you can also reach the sixth and the seventh. And gather whatever keys you come along that pop up now. They're all good. And now slowly take them with you. Rise back up to this point deep inside your stomach, somewhere between the first and second chakra. And maybe for some of you, this point is somewhere else. That's okay too. And as you arrive back into this point, this space, look up. Take a look upwards or in front of you, 7 generations in the future. And see whatever miracles or images or help lies in front of you, which you can reach and invite to take into the now to support you. So see for yourself in your own pace. 1 generation ahead. 2 generations ahead. And be at ease, you are completely safe and stable. You're fully in the now. Just reach out to the 3rd generation and the 4th in the future. And maybe it stops here for you. It's where you're comfortable, that's okay. You can drop back into this space deep inside your stomach. And maybe you're also even able to reach out to the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th generation in the future. See what they're telling you. See whatever feeling or image comes up. Maybe you can hear it or sense it. or know there is a bit of information somewhere installed in your body to reach out later. Take your time. And then slowly close off this path, dropping back generation for generation, back to the 6th, back to the 5th, the 4th, the 3rd, the 2nd, the 1st, and then come back to the now. Really come back to the now. And thank those 7 generations in front of you. Also the 7 generations that are behind you. And thank them all for whatever you have received. To use for yourself and for the social body we are all in at this moment, now. Now take a deep breath, relax, and then follow your attention, let go of this place, come back into your heart. And maybe it helps you to call out your own name in your heart, to be fully present again. Take another breath. Close this session. And come back with Kara, our guide, for the next step. And now thank you all.
Thank you, Natasha. That was beautiful and perfect. So just want us to just take one moment now. That's the accessing and the ceremony part, and just take one moment to land the insights. We're just going to do it silently all together for 10 seconds. You can write something in the chat or just hold it in your heart and just reflect now. You can turn your brain on again and make some sense and some insights. Sometimes insight's also an energetic feeling, but now's just the time to do that in your own heart. In a longer session, we would share those and really get the fullness of them. And now we are coming to the closing moment. And to do our closing, this is going to be a video that I've drawn for us. And Ben, should I play it myself or can you play it easily?
If you've got it to go, that's great, Kara.
That's
How
the
long is
best
the video?
way.
Just a minute or a couple of minutes, right?
It is 4 minutes. Is that going to be okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, too close. That's great.
Okay, just a second. Okay, well, you're just going to get to see my WhatsApp for a second, but that's okay.
I think your sound is off.
Yes,
At the top it says sound off.
yeah. Is it working now?
Thank you, Cara. Thank you all. Let the light in our hearts come into the bright light of love and life, and let that be bathing and adding to the beauty in World Unity Week, and also in our next session with the signing of the treaty. Thank you so much for that work, and hope to see you around continuously coming days, and at the last day we will also be revisiting what we have learned, what our capabilities are, and how we can further enhance our capacity to really deeply realize that we are one social body. Thank you for taking this journey with us.
And we could just turn the live stream off.
Hi, Linda. You're spotlighted and your phone is on the angle. There you go. Beautiful.
Beautiful. We're
No,
getting
you're on
started here.
sideways.
Oh
I think
yeah.
you need to
All right.
flick
I
it.
was trying to
There you go.
turn the whole thing around. Is it right side up now?
It's right side up. Take us through what's happening.
What's happening now is that both the Mohawks and the Ramapos are gathering up their folks to go to the bridge and make a ceremonial entrance into the lands here where they're going to be signing the treaty. The lands here is a very sacred prayer site where you have been, my friend Ben, and it's right here in Mahwah, New Jersey. And they are, I'm not sure if you can hear anything. We can hardly hear anything from here. But the reason they come in is that that is their ceremonial way of saying that they are walking into this together. And we are all actually not necessarily invited to this. So they have their own exchange right now. And the rest of the people are actually waiting over here at the prayer site for the train of